Hello, so in this video, we're going to talk about how to create custom video presentations for your lead generation. We really need to focus on the properties that they're selling. So, in order to do this, the very first step we're going to need to take is to find property owners in your area. So, you can do this with Reonomy.com or even your local records office. If you're finding that some of those listing sites where they have all of the property owner information isn't quite up to date, you can go directly to your local public records office and then ask them how do you get that information. Sometimes it's just a matter of going onto their website and doing a search. Sometimes they have really great searches where you can search up things like, industrial land, 3 acres and above. Other times, if you live in kind of like a smaller or more rural area, sometimes it's like you just have to ask Deb at the counter for like a printout of whatever has changed hands recently, is usually the easiest one that you can get. And sometimes you have to pay for it, and sometimes you don't. It just depends on how your local county does their records department. So, otherwise, though, you can use Reonomy. It has a very easy search tool, and it will pull that information to an Excel spreadsheet that you can contact later. Step two would be creating a video discussing the property, how much you think you can list it for. So maybe like a smaller pre assessment where you give them like a range. So you say, just off of first glance, and people, other, industrial properties in this area are getting anywhere that are similar in size are getting anywhere from X to X. So you can just do like a range for a pre assessment and then say, hey, if you want to talk more about your property, if you want me to do like a full assessment on your property, go ahead and contact me and kind of like do like a whole spiel and like some of the things that you do in order to get them that number at the end of it. And this information could be really anything that you want it to be. It doesn't have to be just, a price of selling your property. You could say, hey, this is how much you can get for it. And here are the benefits of a sale leaseback. So if those are becoming popular in your area, you can start, talking about that. You can start talking about like a 1031 exchange. You can explain off market deals. So if you have a couple of buyers that are willing to do some off market deals with you and you want to talk about some of the processes that you do, you can also put that stuff in the video. So once you have the video, what you're going to do is you're going to post it on YouTube with an unlisted. So this is not public. It's just anyone with the link can access the video. So you don't really want to make this like something that like everybody can see. I suppose like you could if you really wanted to, but you wanted it to be private so that they know that you did something custom for them. You can text message that URL directly to them if they have their text message or if they have their cell phone information on the Reonomy report or on the property records. Otherwise, sometimes they will have the email address, so you can just have a link directly in an email. Other times, if you do have to mail out, so say you have like a couple of them that you really want to hit, but like they only have their mailing address, you can always do a QR code and then have it printed out on the letter so that they can use their phone and then do it. And before you say, my consumers do not know how to use a QR code, we all know how to use a QR code after the pandemic. How else were we supposed to read the menu? So everybody does know how to use a QR code. Do not use that as an objection. I know that already. That is not true. Now, everything that I've told you is not scalable. So, in order to make this scalable, I do have a solution for you. This particular thing that actually really does work. So, the custom videos are really working for some of my clients that are using them, that we've been kind of testing them on. And they're even seeing that it's not necessarily like the people that they sent their video to, but it is like other people like in that person's network. So like, hey, my brother got a pre-assessment from you. I wanted you, he forwarded it to me and now I want you to do an assessment on my property. Or hey, I met this guy and he told me that, he showed me the video that you made and now I want to, I want you to look at my property as well. And so the clients that have been using this, we've been testing it, have done probably about 20 to 40 videos per week and they start seeing results within 4 to 6 weeks. So if you decide that you want to do this and you want to do it like a little bit more scalable, let's talk about how to do it. Okay, so now that we're talking about scale, was it a little jarring that now I'm suddenly in a different outfit and totally different desktop and everything? We're going to talk about how to make that kind of a more smooth transition because when we are scaling, what you're going to want to do is put that first part maybe with just the webcam, like what we have right here. And I'm using OBS, by the way, in order to do that. So I'm going to look meta here with you. So, and then the rest of the presentation, so your basic like process, how exactly you do everything, is actually just going to be with your voice and the slides. So let's look at these slides. By the way, we're going to go ahead and check them out. Okay, first things first, I cannot edit this, as you can see, so I have to do what the big red box tells me, which is File, Make a Copy, an Entire Presentation. I am just going to I'm just going to save it in a place where I can find it, hit Make a Copy. Now with this new one, I will be able to edit it. All right, now I can delete the big red box. Now, the very first part of your property, you can either use like this slide where you can kind of take like a screenshot of the property in like a next slide. So you can just do like here, new slide. You can do like a screenshot of the property and then just you here as like the picture in picture, and you're just talking about the assessment of the property. Right. And then what, so that's one thing you can do. Another thing you can do is just not even do the slides at all. Just have the GIS software that your county has or wherever it is that you're pulling it up just on the screen and like with your picture. The only thing I'm going to tell you with that though is just make sure, because I have made many of videos where everything has been right behind my face. And then I'm like, oh, and I have to redo the whole thing again. So just like make sure that whatever you're having up on the screen, like your face isn't blocking it. And then what you can do in order to make the transition a little bit more seamless. So you are doing this property and then you're like, hold on, let me switch to my slides. And then that's where you're going to cut the video. So that's going to be the end of the custom video. And then from there, it's just going to be the slides in your voice. It's going to be the pre-recorded thing where you're just going to take it, you're going to pop it at the end of your custom video, and then it's just going to go just like regular, and then it'll have all of your sales pitch. It's going to have all of the information that you have, and then go ahead and contact me. Here's my information. And don't feel like you have to follow this exactly. Feel free to change it. Feel free to make it more or less slides, whatever it is that you need in order to have a presentation at the end where it is your unique position offering, and how exactly you can kind of do things differently where nobody else can. So that's going to be the big thing that I show you is what you're going to do is this first part, the assessment, is going to be the custom part. And then everything after that, you can make just like a transition of the, okay, let's talk about how I can help you. And then, let me get my slides. And then it's just going to stop there. It's going to be the pre-recorded. Now, you don't have to get too crazy with this. I used to use wevideo.com all of the time to just take my video and then stick it into something else and just do some very, very simple editing. It's very inexpensive and it is very, very easy to use. So, wevideo.com is super easy to use, especially if you have zero knowledge in the tech area. It's really great. Otherwise, if you have Apple, you can go to the iTunes store and just find like Video Editor Simple or something like that and then download something. Or you can also go to the Microsoft Store if you have a PC. All the same thing. Video editor, you can download. I believe Movie Maker is like $40 or something like that. It's not very expensive. But any kind of video editing where all you're doing is super simple editing, where you're just going to take that first thing, you're going to take that middle thing, you're just going to click them together, and maybe you can just crop it a little bit. That first video where you're turning it on and you're getting ready. All right, so that is it. That's going to be the big advice that I have for you. Custom in the front, standard in the back. So go ahead and get started on these. I know as soon as you start doing some of these, you're going to start seeing a lot of results, and you're going to be very, very happy with the effectiveness of this sort of campaign. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.